Hi, being a parent isn't just about biologically giving birth to a child or adopting one for yourself. It has to do with an individual's duties and responsibilities for the care and well-being of others, especially those who depend on him or her for their needs, for their basic needs, for their well-being. Part of your responsibility as a parent or a caregiver is to protect those you take care of. Those you're responsible for, you owe them that duty of protection. You defend and you provide for those people that depend on you as their parent or their caregiver. So how best can you take care of that responsibility and duty of care, of protection, of defense and provision for those your dependents? To protect, to provide, and to defend the interests of your wards and people that you're responsible for, you owe them the duty of being aware. Awareness, it's highly underrated. You need to be aware of the happenings in and around the life of your children and your wards. You need to know them and to know what is affecting them without them having to open their mouth and say it. It's your duty as a caregiver and as a parent to ensure that by mere looking at your words, you can tell a lot about what their experiences and what the happenings around their lives are. If you're truly bonded with that child, there's supposed to be that parental bonding, whether they are your biological parents or not, such that when you see them, you should be able to tell a lot about what their expression is really saying per time. Sometimes we get distracted by the activities of life. That is to say, in the quest to provide for these young ones, in a quest to really be providers for them, we tend to get distracted that we don't really pay attention to the aspect of protecting and defending them. And how best can you protect and defend someone if you are not being sensitive to what is going on in and around their life? Sometimes, even when their experiences are staring us right in the faces, we tend not to be discerning enough to pick such signals that they send and direct at us. So how do we do that? How do we become intentional and deliberate about striking a balance between our duties of providers, protectors, and defenders of the interests of our wards, our children, and our dependents? We have to do that by taking deliberate and intentional steps. You're doing great as a parent. You're doing great as a caregiver. You have been doing and playing your role in their lives, and it matters a lot. However, a lot still needs to be done in ensuring that young ones are not just nurtured, but they are guided, they are protected, they are defended, and they are provided for in ways that they don't have to think about such basic needs of their lives. As a parent or a caregiver of these young ones, it is your duty and my duty to ensure that we do our part in ensuring that we follow up closely with these young ones, without them having to utter a word to us concerning anything. We should be observant enough to pick salient, emotions, salient body languages, to pick their verbal as well as their non-verbal gestures, to be able to know what is happening to them per time. I don't know if that makes sense. Some of these gestures we need to take particular attention in ensuring that we look out for are sometimes their moods. If you're very observant with your child or your ward, you will notice that something is a bit off or something is not right from their moods. I mean, you have been with them all this while and you know how it is that they behave. You know how it is that they are normally how their mood is, when they are happy, when they are sad, when they are excited, when they are not so happy, when they are depressed, when they are a little bit down. It's another thing we need to take note of as part of their non-verbal gestures is their body languages. Their body languages. Do they seem tense? When you mention certain things or certain places or certain individuals, do they cringe? Do they feel okay? Do they feel happy? Do they feel excited? Do they seem outgoing at the mention of some places? Or do they go right back into themselves and try to be protective or defending something that you can clearly see that all is not okay? This is your duty. They are non-verbal body languages. It's important that we study that. Next is their expression. Just their facial expression should be able to speak volumes to you as a parent. How do they express themselves when conversations are going on, even without saying a word? Their facial expression, is it a smile? Is it a frown? Is it disappointment? What can you pick from the expression of your word or your children? These are some things you need to train yourself to acquire skills in learning those things without being, told, without those young ones opening their mouth to say, oh, mommy, this is the issue, or daddy, this is the issue. You should be able to see and sense that something is not right. And above all, you should have your discernment like that, such that when there's something wrong with them, or if they are not comfortable, or for any reason they are not highly spirited as they usually should be, or that they usually are, you should be able to pick it as a parent and then do the needful by either asking them about it or making sure that you keep close observation of them going forward, so that you'll be able to pick out whatever it is that is disturbing them. And please, when you find out that someone or something is disturbing them, it is your duty to protect them and defend them from that, and make sure that the future occurrence of that is prevented or avoided as much as. One thing I believe is that God is the super parent we have. He is our parent, all of us, and I'm sure if we ask for guidance from him, he will be able to teach us and to see us through how this parenting thing should be. I trust that you do well and better going forward. Yes, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye bye.